Hey guys, Whaler Saber here. So, about a third of the way through the console, I'm showing you the inside of the console. Let me give you a better shot. Um, so you build the console from the inside in. So a little bit of recap. We're doing, I guess this is 1/4 inch, maybe a third of an inch. What is Divinycell? Sorry about the mental gap here. So basically, making a bunch of panels, and they're glued in. I put these 90-degree corners all the way through, basically for my own sanity. You see some screws here; those will be covered by resin, because doing this as a one-man job is a complete pain. So 3 layers on the inside, a bit of Kusa board. That's where the steering will go, and some backing, and then and just basically, putting it together basically like Lego, with some resin and a bit of peanut butter, I guess, for the corners. On the outside, I had to put a little bit of to prevent some leakage. You got to put some duct tape just so that the resin doesn't go bleed through, if you will. Now the next part, let me put on hold for a minute and we'll turn this thing around. So from a little bit more distance, this is what it looks like from the outside. So the steering is going to go around here. Give it sort of a flatter angle in order to ride the boat standing up effectively. Flat panel here for electronics and so on and so forth. But the goal here is, the trick or the point I want to make here is you want to sand this and smooth everything out on the Divinycell. Now you got to wear a mask because this stuff is really toxic. But the idea is you want it as smooth and you want the corners as smooth as you can right before you lay the fiberglass. I'm going to lay some cloth, and the way you lay it, you can see the panel kind of, I cut it long on purpose, so I'm just going to move it in a little bit and cut this off and then round everything off and put some peanut butter to sort of give it a round corner. But the idea is you want to have a smooth of a surface, especially around the corners, before you lay your glass on. Mistakes I made in the past is to sort of slap the glass on early or too quickly, and then you're stuck grinding glass, and it's time consuming and it gets pretty expensive too. So the idea, is the more sanding you do is the more dollars you leave on the ground. So the idea is really to get everything sort of sorted out before you start laying the glass, and then you've got a ferret, which is what I'm going to show you. You put the fairing compound on top of the glass once it's cured, and then you get it smooth and straight. But if you start with a straight surface, you do a lot less sanding and a lot less fairing, which is cheaper in time. It's also cheaper in cost. So that's what it looks like at the moment. And the way you want to lay the glass is you kind of want to do the corners first, maybe 4 inches out, and then another sort of halfway through, and then again from the other side, and eventually meet. The idea is to have a smoother surface starting from the outside in. A lot of guys would just like slap the glass down, and then you get weaknesses in the corner. So you want to avoid that. You want to start from the corners all the way in and down. That again, you can get a smoother surface, because if you start from the middle and kind of build out, what you're going to have is this bunching, and then you've got to feather it in with fairing compound, and it's a complete pain. So that's it for now. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Thanks for watching.